Guys, I'm gonna be honest with you all. I think Team Cherry went too far this time. Let wanted to silence me from exposing the secrets of the Skong state. I was the whistleblower they feared the most. I flew too close to the sun and almost got executed by Let himself. All jokes aside though, how's it going everyone? My name is Primacon and boy am I happy to be able to record a YouTube video again. It has been some of the most stressful couple of days of my life. And instead of doing anything fancy for this video, I'm just gonna go and do a little story time, tell you my whole experience, how I got hacked, the obstacles I faced to get my channel back, had to even call the police and everything. It's a roller coaster of a ride, so sit back, relax and enjoy, and maybe learn something from my experience. Hopefully this serves as a cautionary tale, especially to up and coming YouTubers out there. So 2 days ago, I was just going about my day when I got an email on my business email. It was an inquiry about a sponsorship, and I get a lot of those almost every single day. Most of them are like people wanting me to promote their video game or to promote a shitty product that I really don't want to be associated with. Sometimes stars align and I get a good sponsor. Like remember I had sponsorship with Instant Gaming. Those guys were awesome with me. They were sponsored to this channel last year and it was a great experience. And I got approached with another great experience. Now if editor Primacon can fetch the email from the spam folder, I will have it up on the screen right now. Future me, good luck. If not, you'll just have to listen along. But the email was by some people impersonating to be a company called DGI. DGI is a legit company. I looked it up. Their products are legit as well. And usually when you get scam emails impersonating to be someone else, their domains are always fucked up. It's usually a random amalgamation of letters and numbers, and you can look at that and be like, yeah, that doesn't look like a marketing account of a legit company. They use the domain e-dgi.com. Not only that, the email was actually very professionally made. It definitely did not look like something someone put together in Microsoft PowerPoint in 2 seconds. And the first email they sent out was a nothing short of a very small introduction. It didn't have any files attached to it. It didn't have any fancy graphics attached to it. Just someone from the company reaching out wanting to connect. Now, if this is starting to sound very familiar to you, that's probably because you were following along the whole scandal that happened with Linus Tech Tips. Linus Tech Tips is one of the biggest, if not the biggest tech YouTube channel, and they got hacked in pretty much the exact same way that I got hacked. Anyway, so they send you this whole graphic or whatever, and what they're offering you isn't anything crazy either. It's not like a Nigerian prince offering you 20 million doubloons. It's like very humble and basic. Like for a channel my size, they were offering me like a product and like $500, which sounds about right for someone my size, right? And it came attached with a PDF, which I opened, and it was just like product specifications, again outlining more information about how the sponsorship would go. Now mind you, again, I'd like to remind you this is not the first time I've been approached by sponsors. So far, everything seemed by the books. In fact, this is how my previous channel sponsors have approached me as well, like legit ones. They usually send you PDFs detailing, you know, information about maybe a script that they want you to follow for the sponsor segment or specifications that they want you to fulfill. Anyway, I download a zip folder, password protected, I open it, and that zip folder had a bunch of PDF and Word documents, like NDA forms, the products they offer, sponsorship specifications, and out of all of those was one PDF which was not a PDF, that was titled an agreement form and had the icon of a PDF. Now in Windows 11, my folders open up as medium icons instead of like details showing the extension of what I'm clicking on, and it was one exe disguised as a PDF nestled between all other PDFs that looked super legit, and when I clicked on it, it did nothing. Of course, on the surface, whereas in the background, it started a whole spiel of stealing my information. But what's crazy is Windows Defender did nothing. There was no flag, no alert, nothing. Usually if you download a file that's not recognized and you try to run it, you'll get a pop-up saying that, hey, Windows can't scan this file or whatever. Are you sure you want to run this executable on your computer, right? And then you have to click show more and then click run anyway. I'm sure you guys have done that before. No prompt like that. And this kind of malware is called a cookie stealer. So you know how in your browsers you're logged into everything. You're logged into your Google, you're logged into your YouTube, probably some social media. Some people are even logged into their bank accounts. What this malware does is it steals all those cookies and sends it to the hijackers, which lets them bypass every single security measure you have. Be it strong passwords, be it two-factor authorization, which obviously I have enabled on everything I have. It doesn't matter what kind kind of security measure you have, it bypasses all of them because it hijacks directly the session that you have active going on right now. Microsoft did a big detailed article on it actually only a few days ago. This seems to be a big gaping hole in cybersecurity, and it's very terrifying how Windows would not flag the application as malicious. It won't show up on any antiviruses, and if you click it, it doesn't matter what you're logged into. No matter what kind of 2FA you have, your information will get stolen. Now, Adobe Acrobat, the piece of shit software that is, sometimes just doesn't work for me. A lot of times when I actually click on my PDFs, they just don't open. So I thought it was the same thing, and I had to go do something, so I just got up and left, and I was like, you know what, I'll deal with it later tonight. In fact, I put a reminder on my phone to be like, deal with the sponsor emails later. Immediately, I get notification on my phone, like one after the other. It was like so fast, security emails, that there's been a sign-in, and as soon as they sign in, they removed all the recovery emails, they removed the 2FA, added their own recovery phone numbers, own recovery email, and their own backup codes, basically completely locking me out of my Google account. At this point, it was like 9 p.m. for me, 9:30 p.m. on May 22nd. I pick up my phone as soon as I got the notifications, and I'm trying to like click on it to be like, no, that wasn't me or whatever. But that happened so fast that it didn't matter, and I lost complete access and ownership to my Google account. Now, I immediately connected the dots and completely turned off my computer, disconnected the Wi-Fi, logged out of everything on my browser. All the precautions I could take, I took, but at that point, it was too late for my Google account. And as you know, if it's too late for your Google account, it's too late for pretty much everything. Now, at this point, I'm in full panic mode. My girlfriend Megan is there supporting me, trying her best to Google stuff on what to do. I am freaking out. Not only is my YouTube channel, my whole livelihood connected to that Google account, but it also has my debit card and my credit card information saved on it, and God knows what else saved on my Google Drive. It has scans of my government documents, including my passport and other identity stuff. So the first thing I do is immediately call my bank, cancel all my cards, freeze my account. I have the bank change all the emails and phone numbers associated with it as well, and all the Google recovery options have failed so far. Everyone on the internet is saying just reach out to Team YouTube on Twitter. I go on to my Twitter and I realize my Twitter is also connected to the Google account that got stolen, so the people who have access to the Google account can easily just change the password of my Twitter and log me out of there as well. I try to change my email associated with my Twitter, and fucking Twitter just says no, they can't do that for some reason. They were like, oh, in order to change your email, we'll have to send you a verification code on the email that I don't have access to anymore. And when I click the option that I don't have access to this email, they're like, oh, just, I don't know, contact Twitter support, I guess. We'll see what we can do. So I try to get ahead of the hackers. I tag Team YouTube. I go on to Reddit and I go on to my Discord server. I have people like my tweet, you know, give it engagement so that YouTube actually sees it. And lo and behold, before Team YouTube replied, the hijackers changed my access to Twitter and I got logged out of my Twitter account. And as soon as I get logged out of my Twitter account, I see from Megan's Twitter account that Team YouTube actually responded to me on my hacked account saying that they'll reach out to me in the DMs. If I was panicking before, now I'm having a brain aneurysm. I'm just completely freaked out. So we make a new Twitter account. We try to tag Team YouTube and explain them the situation that, hey, please don't interact with the Primacon Twitter that's hacked. I am the real Primacon. I can prove my ownership of the account. Please just, can you DM me? Can you reach us out in the DMs? And Twitter flags that tweet as spam because it was made by a new Twitter account. At this point, it's probably like 3 in the morning. I tell Megan to go to bed because it's really late. I didn't want to keep her up all night, but I stayed up all night. All night, I stayed up changing the email I have on all my social medias to my different email that I still have access to. I managed to change Instagram. I managed to change Facebook, Reddit, like I said, all my banks. What I don't manage to change is Discord and Twitter. Now, I've lost access to Twitter at this point already. Discord I still have, but again, Discord is not letting me change my email without sending a verification code to the said email. That's already hijacked. So, as a precautionary measure, I transfer the ownership of my Discord server to Megan, and I leave all the Discord servers I'm in, and I try to delete my Discord account, just as a precautionary measure. Turns out, Discord doesn't delete your account for 30 days. So even if you click delete your account, you can just go ahead and restore it at any point. So I was like, well, fuck. this is just up to luck at this point if my Discord's gonna get hacked too. At this point, I make a couple of more tweets tagging Team YouTube, and I just pass out eventually, hoping for the best. And at that time, I'm beginning to get a lot of DMs from a lot of YouTubers. Now, at this point, this was the lowest point I hit, and thankfully, two avenues opened up for me. One was Megan found somehow a way to file a complaint token with Google about my stolen account, and the complaint token actually went through and they started a case. The second thing that happened is I talked to Relia, God bless his soul, and we came up with the genius idea of logging on to Relia's YouTube studio and trying to contact YouTube support from there, because if you're in their YouTube partner program, you can go to your studio and kind of chat with someone from YouTube if you have any problem. We got connected to someone from YouTube, and Relia explained my situation to them that, hey, my friend, his YouTube got hijacked, his Twitter got hijacked, we can't really reach out to Team YouTube on Twitter, could you help him out a little bit? The person we connected to thankfully said that they'll see what they can do. They didn't absolutely dismiss it right then and there. Now at that point, it was a waiting game. So far, the hijackers hadn't done anything on my hacked accounts. They hadn't changed any information. They hadn't really done anything. So I was starting to feel a little hopeful. Like, maybe it'll be fine. Maybe they just wanted to take access to my account. They're not going to be able to do anything with it, and I'll just get it back. Eventually, it'll be fine. But then the motherfuckers started a live stream. A crypto scam live stream. How they do it is they started with a 30-minute countdown. They don't change any information on your YouTube account so that your average Joe doesn't think that your account is hijacked. In fact, a couple of people on r/Silksong started to think that, why am I doing crypto scams now? It was only when I made a Reddit post explaining my situation that people were like, oh geez, thank God, we thought you were becoming a crypto bro or something. Because that's what they want to do. They don't want to change your YouTube identity to make it seem like it is genuinely you who does it. They give a 30-minute countdown so that a lot of people join, and about 4,000 people joined that live stream. Now, I'm sure a lot of that was bot accounts. I doubt they were all my subscribers joining into the stream. I bet they have a bot account system to boost the live stream into YouTube algorithm so more people will join it. At this point, I made another Reddit post on r/Silksong telling people to report that live stream. The mods pinned it, and so many reports happened that that live stream got taken down by YouTube before it even began. Before the 30-minute cooldown was over, the live stream got taken down, thankfully. Now, at this point, I'm worried about way more things than just my YouTube account. Like I said, they got access to my Google Drive probably, and now I'm worried about identity theft. I had to call the police, report this situation. The police recommended I also call all the credit bureaus and put a fraud alert on my identity. So I called the credit bureaus. They guide me through how to put a fraud alert on me for the next 6 years. So basically, if someone tries to open a line of credit under my name or commit any kind of fraud, they'll call and contact me first to confirm it's me. I did a bunch of other stuff just to make sure every precaution I could take, like completely removing every single thing from my computer. I was so paranoid, I factory reset my computer, then I reinstalled Windows on it from a boot drive that I downloaded from a different computer. I didn't use any backup I created. I just basically did a complete fresh start because I was so paranoid that if I even did a backup restore, somehow the malicious files or viruses or whatever are gonna get infected into it again. I just did not want to take any chances, and it was a good way to distract myself while I wait for Team YouTube to get back to me. Spend the whole day doing that. YouTube finally got back to me saying that, hey, here's a recovery link, try to change your passwords here. I click on it, it allows me to change my password on my Google account. I do that. I remove all their malicious phone numbers and two-factor authorizations, replace that with my own, and turns out those bastards added me to a Google family and marked my account as a minor account, which means I still can't log into my Google account without their permission. There is a way that you can remove that supervision, but not only will it alert the people that you have removed that supervision, it'll also lock your device for 30 days. So I take a screenshot of all of that. I reply to people from Google that, hey, they've put me in a family, I want out of it. I don't want to lock my account for 30 days. Because can you imagine if my YouTube or my Google account or my devices got locked for 30 days when June is coming up, which is crucial to my career in YouTube because we're gonna have Summer Game Fest, Xbox showcases, Silksong will probably come out. I can't not have access to my Google account, right? It's my whole career. So they assured me that no, it's not gonna lock you, it's gonna be fine, just go here, click these buttons and remove yourself from the family. So I do that, thankfully did not get locked, change all my credentials everywhere again, just to be sure. I make sure I'm not logged into anywhere else on the planet other than my phone. Spend a whole day just changing passwords and securing my compromised information. It is at this point I do want to take time to thank people who helped me in this whole process. Silksong community. It would have been so much more difficult without you. All the Reddit mods who pinned my post on r/Silksong helped YouTube take down that crypto live stream super fast. All the people in my Discord server on r/Silksong, just general YouTube community in general, who tagged Team YouTube on my behalf to get them to notice my problem. All the YouTubers who reached out to me, a huge shout out to Kadea. She actually reached out to me explaining how I can contact Team YouTube on Twitter. Sadly, by the time she reached out to me, it was already too late. My Twitter was already compromised. Huge thank you to Relia for contacting someone from YouTube on my behalf through his YouTube channel. Biggest thank you to my partner and girlfriend Megan. Without her support, I think I would have just fucking imploded and just perished, ceased to exist, because I was in full-on panic mode. I didn't even think to freeze my bank accounts because my brain was all over the place. So having someone by my side who could think straighter than me in that moment and just be there with me step by step throughout this whole debacle, I could not have done this without her. I don't know what I would do without her, to be honest. That's just generally speaking. Thank you to people from YouTube and Google to help me get my channel back. Everything is secured now. I have full access to everything. I did not leave a single loophole in terms of my passwords, my accounts, or resetting my PC. I took full precautions, and I highly advise you to be very careful of this kind of attack. This is how YouTubers get hacked. If you have ever seen videos of YouTube accounts getting hacked, 9 out of 10 times, this is how they do it. They just attack your browser cookies, which allows them to bypass any kind of two-factor authorization or passwords and just hijack straight into your sessions. If you want to be extra careful on the internet, I do recommend you sign out of your accounts when you turn off your PC. I know it's inconvenient to have to sign in again and again every time you want to use your services on your browser, but it is such a precaution thing to do because if your session is expired, they can't hijack into that session. It's when you click things like remember me and have it logged in all the time, that's when your cookies are at risk. Of course, just because everything is over doesn't mean I'm not paranoid. To be honest, I was super dreading logging back into my YouTube account on my computer, even though not only I had formatted the whole computer, I had just reinstalled Windows on it from scratch to begin with. I had done scans with Windows Defender, Malwarebytes, ESET, Online Scanner, and a bunch of other second opinion scanners. My system is completely secure right now, but the paranoia just never leaves you. Be careful of emails, don't make my mistakes. And I've also heard in a lot of cases it takes people days if not weeks to recover their YouTube account. I am so happy mine got resolved in just 24 hours. It took exactly 24 hours for me to get hijacked, to me getting my account back, by the way. 24 hours of absolute stress, anxiety, panic, and paranoia. I swear to God, this incident took years of my life. But at the same time, I'm very blessed to have it all recovered before we go into June. Because jokes aside, June is very important to me and my career. And I don't know what I would have done if I didn't have access to my YouTube account in June. Anyway, thank you for listening to my tale. Hopefully we should be back to regular programming from tomorrow. Take care of yourselves out there. And everyone I mentioned earlier, a huge thank you to you all for helping me in this super crazy situation. Sorry for the super long video. I wanted to give the full breakdown of what happened to me. And yeah, I'll see you all tomorrow with a new video. Primacon signing out.